most of the time we think we are our mind, and our mind will create illusions. It will be like, Jaspal,
Correct.
do that. Devleena, do that. This is what you are meant to do. Stop this podcast. What are you doing? But you have to use it in a positive way, because it's like Brahmastra. The first thing should be they should be paying you good, right? So if you're not there, they're not paying you. That's my criteria.
Correct.
They should be paying you good, right? So if the money is good, I do the brand deal, despite, like, if they have some do's and don'ts, I don't mind. But if
Mm-hmm.
one more thing is, like, should be there, that they should not be gambling for me. This is the video, okay? Now this is the video YouTube title. This is just done with Jaspal, right? Now this is a YouTube, whatever thumbnail we have made. This is you, and this is me, and this is our thumbnail, right? That learn with Jaspal podcast. But now think that after people, why? First thing is, why will people click on this? And second thing is,
Mm-hmm.
why will people watch till the very end? Feel the nation, but and content creation, you have to be there for years, at least be for 1 or 2 years, and you'll see the result. If you just be in the game, being in the game
Mm-hmm.
is the main game. Like, there's a quote also that in business and life, it's not about uh, like, winning or losing. It's about being in the game.
Hi everyone, this is Devleena. Once again, I'm back with one more episode on Icons Behind Brands. And it's not just an episode, it's a start of a series called, Influencer series. I'm going to talk a lot about a lot of stuff with the creators, influencers, what goes in their mind, how they think, because we have brought a lot from the brand's perspective. And now it's the time to bring the influencers' perspective, how they think. And today, wonderful guest with me, very young and dynamic, doing a lot of stuff in the field of content creation and education. Meet Mr. Jaspal Singh Rathor, a very dynamic content creator with over 4.2 million YouTube subscribers and 960K Instagram followers. Just 20 years old. Yes, you heard me right. 20 years old. He's already making waves in the field of edtech startups, which is, dedicated towards teaching the 21st century skills. He's a thought leader and spoken to over 10,000 learners at under 25. And his Learn with Jaspal network has crossed 3 billion views, connecting a community of over 5 million individuals online, worldwide, which is huge. And, in this age, a lot of achievements. I'm so excited to hear his mindset, his perspective, and how he has been able to do what he's doing today. A very warm welcome to you, Jaspal, on Icons Behind Brands.
Thank you so much, Devlina, and it's my pleasure to be here today with you, talking and sharing my journey, sharing my insights.
I'm going to talk a lot about that, but उससे पहले मुझे ये जानना है कि what was your motivation towards, starting something called Learn with Jaspal?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So how it's all back to COVID times, when everything was shut down. I was in my 12th grade, and I
Mm-hmm.
had nothing to do, right, and except studying. So
Okay.
I thought, like, let me do something else, and that's when I used to watch a lot of, like, this commencement speeches and
Mm-hmm.
uh, interviews and podcasts, and I used to consume a lot of content just like other kids. And then I thought, and at the same time, TikTok was banned in India.
Okay. Yes,
And
I
I thought,
remember.
huh, if there is no one on internet or social media who is sharing valuable insights of Indian great leaders and thought leaders, like, like, for example, APJ Abdul Kalam or Dhoni, MS Dhoni or
Correct.
Kohli, or
Correct.
no one was sharing their insights on internet, right? Uh, in a well packed manner. So I thought, if I start something like that, it will work. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the idea behind it. But what made me start was, like, I was like, if I'm learning something, I should be sharing it on internet, right? And
Mm-hmm.
uh, that's why I named it called Learn with Jaspal. That just whatever Jaspal is learning, I'll share that.
Okay.
So I made
Okay.
thousands of posts. I came in front. Started talking about how you can avoid procrastination and all. But none of that worked. What worked is that idea that let me share the videos of MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli and all.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
then I made edits of those people and posted on internet.
Mm-hmm.
And with
Awesome.
like next 2 years, it just blew up. Yeah.
It's just going on so awesome. So, Jaspal, आपको, I mean, the idea thought process is good. Like a lot of ideas comes to so many people. ठीक है कि हम भी सीखेंगे और लोगों को भी सिखाएंगे. But is this the, first time? I mean, how is you started? You started with this and it got clicked, or you have pivoted with different ideas or experimented with different ideas? क्या हुआ था वहाँ पे उस time में? Just the
Yeah.
initial few
See,
things.
content creation is a very nice thing. Like I cannot say that this worked for me, so this will work for you as well. But
Mm-hmm.
what worked for me is like, just consistency. So as I told, I started with making posts. I was making like just taking a quote, putting it on a like just editing a quote and just posting it.
Okay.
Then I slightly pivoted into videos. That okay, let me make videos
अच्छा.
of my own. So I took my phone and just recorded and just posted it. It didn't work. And but
Mm-hmm.
what thing was there is a consistency. I was just posting every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like from last 3 years, I'm posting something or the other on internet every day. So
Okay.
I'm just consistent, right, from last 3 years, and it has brought me here. Still, I'm not saying I know right now what content I'm making. I'm still confused, right? But I just
Okay.
post. That's
Mm-hmm.
that thing is in me. So what worked for me is consistency. I'd say I always wanted to make
Mm-hmm.
content, and
Mm-hmm.
I kept trying different ideas, right?
Okay. Okay.
And one of the ideas that got clicked, I like tried thousands of ideas, right? I
Mm-hmm.
made hundreds of posts that didn't work. I put them in the archive. I said, let me restart. So I restarted
Mm-hmm.
like 5 to 4 times. Fifth
Okay.
time, I thought, what should I do which people would love, right? And I thought, no one is sharing. And also, as I said, TikTok was banned. People were
Mm.
pivoting to reels and shorts at that time.
Yes.
And I was one of the first person on the internet who was sharing insightful and motivational clips on shorts. There were long form
Mm-hmm.
videos, motivational videos, but no one was doing that
Correct.
in shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So that just worked for me at the right time, right content, and consistency.
I really liked you said that, I'm
Yeah.
still confused.
Also,
Today also I'm confused,
yeah.
but I'm trying, I'm doing it every day. Right.
Yeah. Also, one more thing, like as Tanmay says, right? Content creation is like there are two games in content creation. Either you become a sniper or you become a machine gun. So what a
Uh-huh.
sniper is like, someone who shoots like on the head, right? Headshot. Like for
Uh-huh.
example, I'm releasing one video a week, but that video is so blast, it's so good. The another
Mm-hmm.
one is machine gun. So you keep firing every single day. You keep firing videos
Mm-hmm.
every single day, one, second, third, third. So out of the 7 videos, one video will blast in a week. So it's the
Correct.
same game. So from past 3 years, I'm in the game of I'm a machine gun. I'm posting videos every single day, right?
Correct.
And I'm so good of a machine gun that no one else come. Like I believe right now in an Indian this automation motivation in the agent industry, I'm the best machine gun. I can put 4 to 5 videos a day. Right now, I'm trying to become a sniper because I know right now I need to upgrade my content. So I'm thinking how can I
Mm-hmm.
make Jaspal a brand. So I'm trying to do something different in the shots. I'm involving the recording of my laptop, and I'm trying to do
Yes,
something. I'm
I've
including my
seen
Mac
that,
and I'm
Jaspal.
pressing the keyboard. Yeah, yeah. Also, I'm trying to get in the video chip in slightly.
Yes.
So
Uh,
I'm making a brand.
yes. The moment I see laptop, I know that it's Jaspal's content, and
Yeah.
it's a win for anybody who is creating a brand, right?
It's the
So
recall value is more. People can relate more to that. People are like, that guy is putting efforts. People like to see you put efforts. So if I'm putting
correct.
efforts, I'm pressing the keyboard. I'm bringing more B rolls in. I'm improving the editing game. People
Mm,
are not watching for just get inspired. They are just watching for entertainment. It's just a pure entertainment.
true.
So the more hard work you put in, people appreciate that. Oh, this guy is putting a lot of effort to make a motivational video. Let me just give him a like. But I like to give this example of Bollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So how long it has been in Bollywood? It's been 60, 70 years. When was the first
Yes.
movie came?
Yeah.
In 1950s, Alamara, some movie name came.
Yes.
And then slightly the era of Amitabh Bachchan came, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dilip Kumar came. And then slightly Shah Rukh Khan came. Then, Salman Khan and all these people came. Then
Salman,
Ritik Roshan
Saif Ali
came.
Khan.
Then,
Yes.
yeah, now Kartik Aaron's time is going on. So the time has changed. There are different actresses came. And it's been 60 years. And now still the industry is evolving. But if you see creators industry, how long it has been? It's been just like what, 10 years?
Few
That
years.
also really,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, like, and we can't say that. So what we have just seen is we have seen the Amitabh Bachchan and Dilip Kumar of content creation. We haven't seen
Correct.
SRK yet. We haven't seen Ritik Roshan. We haven't seen with Thalapathy Vijay. We haven't seen a lot of people. So it's just still the rise of content creation, I feel, and there's a lot of interesting content is going to come because for us the main source of media was television, but for the
Mm-hmm.
coming kids the main source of entertainment and the main source of media is internet and YouTube. So the next stars will come out of internet only. And Shahrukh Khan himself said, "Yeah, I'm last of the stars
Yes,
from Bollywood industry." So maybe the
correct.
next star will be from content creation. You never know.
Awesome. Yes,
Yeah.
there is definitely a great future of content creation because we have been talking about the next big thing, and the way content creators economy is booming. Almost, all the brand, like from the marketing mix, if you ask, like, because I am from a marketing background, I want to understand, Jaspal, like, while you create content, right? I mean, you are creating a motivational content and inspirational content. Um, how do you keep yourself authentic towards it? Because it's at times it's a number game. For numbers, there are a lot of things, you do, you compromise. So it's something beyond the number game as well. So what is your say on how to be authentic in this?
See, what I've learned, no, this is a very interesting question, by the way,
Mhm.
because this is something you can only, understand if you also been a creator, right? And I appreciate that. So what happens is, when I started out, I was in a number game. I was like, how can I reach the 10K mark? And that's a good thing, right?
Mhm.
When you're starting, you're just like, how can I reach my first 100K? Right?
Mhm.
So once you reach the 100K, and then you're like, how can I reach 200K? Once you reach like 500K or millions of K, then you're like, how can I make more money? So once you start making good money, also, I'm not making millions, but I was making good money. And then I was like, now what? Now at 4 million subscribers, I was very confused. Now I don't need to make the shorts. What's the game, right? I was making like I made like 10 more pages like Learning Star also. They're also working. Now I'm like, what?
Okay.
Right? What next? Yeah, how? What's the game I'm in? Why I'm here? And then I figured out like uh, it's not the game of numbers or it's not the game of money. It's the game of building a brand, right? For
Mhm.
example, now people, for example, even if I have 5 million subscribers, if I'm going somewhere, people don't know me, then what's the point of it, right? I have 3 billion views, but people don't know who Jaspal is. They just know what he's the guy just saying the content. So now I've came to a point where I've realized number is not important for me. What is important is, for example, if someone sees my content and then they go
Mhm.
and tell their brother or sister or friends and family that, hey, I've seen that content on the internet. Have you seen that?
Mhm.
When that moment happens, you realize you build a brand, right? So
Mhm.
the game is all about how people you're so good enough that people are telling you about your friends to their friends and families. So that's the sign of building a brand. And on internet, if you're making content, your primary goal should be that how can I build a brand or build a reputation where people are like, oh, this guy's doing something great. Because getting views, though, you can get anything. No, right?
Mhm.
Views getting is not a big number, big game. But if you do something unique, you do something worth watching, and people appreciate that, oh, this guy is doing something new, and this is I've never seen that. So if people can tell that to their friends and families, then you realize, okay, I built a brand.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Has it happened, like, any example or experience, if you would like to share, Jaspal, where, out of your work, or maybe you are in a unexpected place and people have recognized you and they are your followers, something like that, if you would like to share.
yeah. So first thing is that when I go somewhere and people recognize me. So first I'm like, do you know me? Like, yeah, I really do you know me? Because see, I'm not showing my face, right? And
Yeah.
if people tell me that I know you, then that means they are like the core followers because they've seen all the posts, they've seen like all the posts, they've seen my private account. So people know me very closely, right? Because if they know me, if they first ever meet me. So first thing happened is like in last year March, right? I was in under
Mhm.
25, right? And it was the first time I got a really good opportunity to be at a panel discussion, right? There were some really big creators. So as I
Okay.
was with them, there were people coming to them taking selfies. We were on the same panel. But after the panel got finished, people were coming to those big creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were creators like Monkey Magic and
Okay.
Tetak and Rana Kram. They really have the cult following, right? But me being a faceless channel, I gave some knowledge on the panel. I was not, and he was not the poster boy. But after the panel got over, there were one or two people came to me, and that's when I realized that people at least know me, right?
Okay.
And then
Mm-hmm.
after I went from there and while I was roaming around in the event, few more people came to me and they're like, "Oh, yes, your lessons were really nice. We follow you on Instagram." So that's when I realized like even I have the most number of subscribers, very few people know me here, and that was
Mm-hmm.
my motivation. Like, no, I need to build a brand.
Very
One
nice.
of the crazy things I'd like to share is that I was in a
Mhm.
that like Bangalore airport, right, Terminal 2.
Okay.
And I went into
Okay.
a shop and that guy recognized me, that Jaspal, I know you.
Oh.
I'm like, do you really know me? I'm like, yeah, I follow you every day. Like, and he showed
Awesome.
me his phone and he's like, I'm subscribed to you. I'm following you on Instagram. So that
Awesome.
was some really hit me. He posted a story also on Instagram.
What was the thought process behind creating a page without your face? I mean, have you ever thought, abhi ye chal raha hai, it's very nice, it's interesting, but without your face, have you ever got tempted that time?
When I started out, I tried that. It's not that I didn't try it. I tried, but I figured out that no one was really interested in watching me, right? Because I was, and also like
That's a
one more
very
thing is that I didn't
honest.
have really, yeah,
Yeah.
and to be honest, I don't have that much of a knowledge, or I'm not like mastered at one skill or
Mm-hmm.
one area where I can speak for hours. So if I'm not that skilled, I should be doing something. No, I knew editing really well, and as I said, like I figured out one idea that no one else was working on. I got onto it and I worked really hard, and that blew up. Now I have skills and now I have experience of speaking on that thing which I did. So now I can come in
Mm-hmm.
front of and speak on a camera.
Correct.
So yeah. So
So I
but when I
see
started out, yeah,
clarity in
it's the
your
same.
head, I mean,
Yeah,
that too, 2 3 years back, even you were way younger, but you still had a clarity that this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And you know your strength well, that I'm good in, knowing that what exactly the audience needs and wants, and I'm good at presenting that in a right way.
when you're at an event and when you're talking to someone, right? The best way to figure out if the guy is doing great is to if you ask them what do you do, and they tell you 10 things. That I do this also, I do that also, I do that also, right? It means that guy is doing nothing, right? But if
Mm-hmm.
someone tells you I'm working on this and I'm working really on this, it means that I might be wrong, but what I've learned is when you're focusing on too many things, when you have too many things in your basket, right? You're not focusing on one. So I figured out that I cannot make face content. I cannot uh, right build up my face value. But what can I do is that this make this inspirational videos which no one else is doing,
Mm-hmm.
and that work. So it's all about figuring out that one idea and working on it
Mm-hmm.
instead of doing 10 things, right?
True.
And
Makes
leaving them
sense.
after again again
Makes
yeah.
sense. And you can definitely work on multiple ideas, but when your one idea is working very well, the same idea will give you a lot of opportunity to work on different ideas maybe. So what is that one motivational quote that keeps you up?
Yeah, that's some really good question. I think what motivates me is very small line. It's called work for work's sake,
Mm-hmm.
right?
What is
It's by
that? Come
Swami
again.
Vivekananda. Work for work's sake.
Okay, work for
Work
work's
for
sake.
work's sake. Don't
Okay,
work
very
for
nice.
any result or don't work for any outcome. Just work because you want to work. One more thing which really inspires me is knowledge is not the goal. Pleasure is not the goal. Knowledge is the goal. So whatever I'm trying to do, my main goal is to achieve the knowledge, not to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing anything to achieve the pleasure. So yeah, these are the two quotes which inspire me. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, just work for work's sake because
Awesome.
it reminds me everything. Right now, I'm feeling I might be sleeping on that sofa lying down there, and I'll just
Mm-hmm.
turn around and I'll like work for work's sake. You don't have to work for anything. Just get up and work. So
Correct.
it's sometimes you have to win over your mind, right? Because your mind is the
Mm-hmm.
most difficult thing. So you have to
Correct.
master it, and it'll give you hurdles. It will be like Jaspal, just go watch that movie on Netflix. Just do that. Just do that. But you have to win over it, right? You have to really control it, and it's a tool. You have to understand that you are not your mind. Most of the time we think we are our mind, and our mind will create illusions. It'll be like Jaspal,
Correct.
do that. Devleena, do that. This is what you are meant to do. Stop this podcast. What are you doing? But you have to use it in a positive way because it's like Brahmastra. Brahmastra is a tool which you can do anything. So either you can destroy the world because people have destroyed world from Brahmastra, and on the other end there are people and great individuals who have saved the world from
Saving it
Brahmastra.
as well.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So
Awesome. It's
it's
a
a
very
great tool.
good metaphor to look into that, how you use your mindset to be productive, not to be, destructive at the same time. So what keeps you calm, and what unwind you when you have so much clutter,
Yeah.
because social media is not a
Yeah.
clutter free zone for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes all I need is like a glass of water and
Mm-hmm.
a 10-minute walk and uh, just watching Messi play. That's the things
Oh,
I need just to calm myself. Yeah. And
Okay.
this is the problem is right now, no, people are not willing to spend time with themselves. We are just so much
True.
caught up in this phones and all these things that
Yeah.
we are not
Yeah.
spending time with ourselves. So,
True.
but the answer lies with yourself. If you just write on a paper or if you just journal, it's very simple. So, meditation is what? Like you're not thinking about anything. You're just working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, meditation is if I'm working without any thought, that's meditation. So
Correct.
yeah, we don't
Correct.
need to like I think younger people just need to spend more time talking to themselves to figure out what they want. Because if
True.
you see, it's all about clarity. You see, as you said, right? So to find clarity, you just have to sit and just ask yourself questions. Most of the people never ask themselves because
Yeah.
I remember Oprah Winfrey said this once on Trevor Noah's show, right? That he asked her, you've talked to hundreds of successful people, right? Oprah
Hmm.
Winfrey is a great host in US, right? So he asked her, you have talked to hundreds of millions of successful people, right? Matlab, who have
Hmm.
millions of dollars of net worth. What's the one quality that gets them there? Like how do they become so successful? And she said, uh, people get to where they want to go because they know where they want to go. Most of the people
Hmm.
don't know where they want to go. Most of the people are
Yes.
just like just throwing the arrows in the dark. They don't know. They are just going with the flow.
And also on your Instagram, we have seen, the equal ratio of football content and cricket content as well. So, what
Yeah.
would you say is your favorite, like favorite sport, football or cricket?
Yeah, I don't mind choosing cricket, but I choose football because I think uh, it's a game which is very close to my heart. Like I've been playing football from since I was a kid. I'm a better player in cricket though. I can
Hmm.
really bowl well, but I'm a really good
Uh-huh.
cricket player. But still, I choose football because football is a sport in which you develop yourself really nice. And
Hmm.
so yeah, football is very close to my heart.
And who is your favorite cricketer and footballer?
Yeah, of course. The favorite cricketer is you can say Virat Kohli. But
Okay.
when I was starting out, I also is like right now Virat Kohli is my favorite. But Suresh Raina is one of the players whom I used to watch when I was very young, like 10, 9 years
Hmm.
old, who instilled the passion in me. I always wanted to be a cricketer and a footballer, right? But
Okay.
because I was not as good as a player, I accept that. I ended the dream.
Mhm.
But I'll make sure my son or whatever they'll be a future athlete. I'll force the dream onto them.
You will
Yeah,
be forcing. I am that
yeah.
parent.
Just kidding, just kidding. Uh,
Yes.
so yeah,
Awesome.
but
Awesome.
footballer is Ronaldo, of course. So I have
Oh.
that kind of mentality, just go all in, work hard. But I
Mhm.
also like to watch. See, it's not about a lot of people like you like Messi, you like Ronaldo. For me, it's both. Like I like everyone. But
Yeah.
if I had to choose one, I'd go with Ronaldo because I'm also like that sort of mentality that you have to work hard. There's nothing called talent, right?
Mhm.
You can develop talent over the years.
Correct.
So yeah,
Correct.
and same with Virat Kohli. Yeah,
Do you also work with brands? Jaspal collaborate with brands? Okay.
yeah. That's main source of revenue for right now for Lawn with Jaspal and other pages we have. So yeah,
Okay. So what
we have
would you like to suggest our, budding content creators, what is the art of deal? Like, how do you choose any brand? What are the do's and don'ts while choosing a brand deal?
the first thing should be they should be paying you good. Right? So if you're not there, they're not paying you. That's my criteria.
Correct.
They should be paying you good, right? So if the money is good, I do the brand deal, despite if they have some do's and don'ts, I don't mind. But if
Mm-hmm.
one more thing is should be there that they should not be gambling. For me, it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get millions of gambling apps and all. Just I'll do that, but I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is that the brand should be yeah, like I think the brand should be just authentic, right? No, they should not be cheating or scamming people. Don't do that for money. I'd say that because
Yes. Yes.
you should really do the research that if the
Mm-hmm.
brand is authentic, if they are really helping people. Because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
as a content creator, you just see the money coming and you're like, okay, let me just do it. So a lot of people do that. I really avoid doing that. Even
Mm-hmm.
recently, yes, like yesterday we did a brand collab with Newton School of Technology, right?
Okay.
We work with
Mm-hmm.
physics wala. So I'm mostly working with edtech because I'm also in the edtech startup this area only.
Mm-hmm.
But I really get a lot of people other than edtech. I get one
Mm-hmm.
from finance, like, but I'm like, my kid, the people in my really audience don't want finance, so I avoided them.
Mm-hmm.
They were even paying me good. One day
Okay.
there was a gambling set, we were paying me 5x of money what we did at Newton school, but I was like, no, I won't do it, because see, if I can take money, but if I'm not using that product, why would I do it, right? And
True.
also
True.
that just hampers the, like, the brand I've built. So again, like,
Correct.
people who follow me, and they would be like,
Correct.
they won't tell their
See,
younger brother than,
yeah.
"Ki, this is Jaspal."
That's what, right? I
That's,
mean, yeah, it's
yeah,
a very good way that you people call you influencer because you influence their life with what you talk, what you share, and people trust on you, and that's the credibility. And if that is a credibility, it's a responsibility as well. When I am trusting on you, it's your responsibility to keep that trust. So I feel it's very very
yeah,
important. If that power has given to you, you are more responsible to keep that power with you.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I
I was
mailed them.
about to ask this, how to reach out to the brands, because that is one
Yeah.
question which many creators they have. Yeah, yeah, please.
So I just made a list of all the Indian brands which I know
Mm-hmm.
and I would love to
Mm-hmm.
work with. So that's how I got Physics Wala. That's how I got An Academy. That's how I got Crad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, hey, Crad founder, this is Jaspal. I would like to promote you on my page. I have this follower. They're like, yeah, promote us. And I got a series from them. So yeah.
Okay.
And I got
So was
a
it paid
entire,
or
of course, it was paid. But
awesome?
see, one thing I really realized: if you don't ask, you don't get, right? So I realized that,
That's a
okay,
good
if
one.
I'm not, if I won't, if I'll just wait for people to come to me, then only gambling sites are coming to me. You just I'll promote this one, like, I won't name, but promote this our app, gaming bat, and you will get 500 rupees per reel. I don't want to settle for
Correct.
that. And if I want more money, I'll just go for the people. So you have to just ask. So, and most of the people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
99.99% of people may ask. So you just make a list. If you do that, I'm sure you'll get a list. See, the conversion rate is 10%. So I made 100 people of list. I mailed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And once I came to Bangalore for 125, then to have hundreds of people whom I can text and even I call. So I just took their numbers and I'm like, yo, now I'm working with most of all the agencies in Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Awesome. If you have to suggest a creator's toolkit, like a budding creator, what should be the minimum toolkit for them? Like, for example, the gadgets, if they're going for the outdoor, or maybe what are the apps they should have in their mobile phone to keep themselves moving towards, the creator side.
Yeah. See, right now, if you just have a smartphone, that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first tool. You should be having a smartphone. But
Mm-hmm.
if you have a laptop, good, great. So yeah, this is the tools, first tools. Then you coming to software aspects, you need have a good editing software. I really use this basic software called Premiere Pro,
Okay.
right, as editing. Then we use graphic design. We use Photoshop, Canva. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're just starting out, use Canva. If you're just starting out, you don't know much of the video editing. Just use Wondershare Filmora, basic video editor. So
Okay.
yeah, this thing works. And also just everything, if you want to learn, right, the resources are available on YouTube. You just one search away. Just search on YouTube how to edit, how to uh, just put how to in front of your whatever you want to learn, and you'll find the answer. I've learned editing from the editor of Mr. Beast,
Okay.
right? So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so that guy is some crazy guy. So how I'm like, editing to everyone is doing, what unique thing can I do? So I just went on YouTube and searched Mr. Beast editing, and there was a entire podcast came up with the editor of Mr. Beast. I watched that podcast. It was a 3 hour long podcast, but in that
Okay.
3 hour long, that guy has told me secrets of last 10 years of Mr. Beast.
Oh,
So
wow.
uh, so what Mr. Beast will do? So for example, if you and me are doing a podcast, so instead of
Mm-hmm.
this, if Mr. Beast would be there, so he'll talk for 5 hours and he'll only put 5 minutes. That's what Mr.
Okay.
Beast does. But another secret he says is like, for example, this is a very very basic thing. Huh? For example, you're making a video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just think that this is the video. Okay, now this is the video YouTube title. This is just done with Jaspal, right? Now this is the YouTube whatever thumbnail we have made. This is you, and this is me, and this is our thumbnail, right? That learn with Jaspal podcast. But now think that after people, why first thing is why will people click on this, and second thing
Mm-hmm.
is why will people watch till the very end? This is very important. So first thing is the thumbnail and title.
Mm-hmm.
That should be really the A game. Second thing is that how you can maintain that retention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now also the game is key. Once people have clicked on the video, you have to make sure that they are, after watching that video, their emotions is changing. So I really put that in my video right now. So if you're watching my reel, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
watching my reel. After watching that complete reel, your emotions have changed. So before watching that, you might be sleeping, or you might be dizzy, or you might be frustrated, or you might be anxious. But after watching my reel, your emotion changes. Either you become
Okay.
happy, either you become energetic, either you become. So you have to change people emotions. So I
Correct.
put some content and some editing styles in, like, by default, that after watching, I make sure the clip selection is in the part where a lot of emotions are involved. The speaker is really putting emotions instead of just
Mm-hmm.
what they are saying. So if you
Mm-hmm.
just put emotions in the videos, that's why stories always works, because there are emotions in the stories,
True.
right? So if from this entire talk you will put up a story of me telling something, people would love it, because I'm you can't fake the story, right? So people would
Correct.
love that story. But if you just put of me a clip saying Gyan, people are not interested in that. People want stories. People want emotions. If you see
True.
Ranveer Lavadi, right? He's a very smart guy. So in this
Mm-hmm.
podcast, he educates people, right? He inspires
Mm-hmm.
also. But there was not the entertainment factor. But now he also put the entertainment factor. So also people laugh at his podcast now. So he has
Yes,
put all
yes.
three factors. Now his views are like just skyrocketing.
As you said, Mr. Beast, he is probably, shooting for 5 hours and getting a content of 5 minutes, which is not easy. You have to
Yeah.
summarize it in such a way that it is now you have the crux of it, right? You mine so much that you get the gold from that particular
Yeah.
mining, which is
That
not
guy is
easy
just
at all.
crazy. That guy is just crazy. Like he made from one of his viral video, made it like what, $1 million, right? All
Mm-hmm.
his, like, all the money he made was $1 million. He invested all that $1 million into making another video, and he went bankrupt. And from that video, he made $2 million, and then he invested that $2 million into. So he's like that sort of a guy. He has gone zero from like whatever money he made to zero hundreds of times. That's
Oh
why
my
he's the
God.
most subscribed YouTuber right now. He's the first
Correct.
one, number one. He's also taken T series the backseat. He's front of recently happened this. He's the number
Mm-hmm.
one most number of subscribers on
He's
YouTube
the
right now.
number one now. Okay. Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Jaspal, have you been trolled? Like, say, this is one topic which is
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean, if you are on social media, you cannot escape from it. Have you ever been trolled? How was it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and how you dealt with that?
So once I started
Mm-hmm.
promoting brands, when I started putting all these things, like, started making money, people are like, Jaspal, you're making, not even using your content. So then the hate started coming, that you're not, your age is not right, and why you putting Gyan, and why you saying this and that,
Okay,
and
okay. Mm-hmm.
right. And also
Yeah,
when I,
that is
hmm,
one thing, I have also noticed that, you are a kid, आप बच्चे हो, philosophy क्यों दे रहे हो, this, that.
yeah,
So, and oftentimes it's not about the age, it's about, how deep you are, what is your depth. It's not about age at all. So, but then, you
no,
are working
sometimes I
alone.
agree
How
with
do
those
you?
people. Sometimes I agree with those people. Like, I'm not the most advanced guy. When
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling about my own Gyan, I know I'll get trolled, because I am not that, like, matured. I am just a kid still in my mind, right? Because I can talk, still tell a few, because I don't have experience. I might be having the knowledge or information, but some things come with experience. So if sometimes I might tell wrong, and that has happened with me also. Like, I've made some mistakes. I've put it on my own videos where I'm talking anything, right? That's why I didn't launch the podcast, because I feel I'm very naive to ask those questions. But again,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you are right. A lot of things comes with yeah, doesn't come with age. It just comes with the maturity. So
Mm-hmm.
the most amount of trolling I get is when I do political content. So
Okay.
in between, I started posting political reels and all. People are like, yo, you're getting funded from Modi. Then I posted a reel of Rahul Gandhi. They're like, you're getting funded from. I'm like, what to do, right? Recently, there was this thing called all eyes on Rafa, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I posted that poster on my story, that all eyes on Rafa, right? People are like, hey, you're not even supporting Indians, you're not supporting Hindus, you're supporting them, right? You're not a Hindu people. Hundreds of people abused me till though that you're not a true Indian, why are you promoting them? And then same thing happened in Riyadh. Like, I was really sad about that. I posted about that. Another community of people like, you're not supporting us, you're
Oh,
not supporting,
oh.
we are minor community. So there are people, they will hate you anyways. And I have recently came to a conclusion that you should learn the power to ignore. Like, if you're hunting content creation, people will say anything no matter what you do. And the more you numbers you gain, the more successful you become. People will try to pull you down.
What I liked about you, Jaspal, you are like, yeah, sometimes I agree with them also. So,
Yeah,
you know what is trolling and you know what is feedback is. So just
yeah.
extracting the feedback out of it, keeping it with yourself is also one of the intelligent way to, understand when you are working on yourself. A lot of decisions you yourself have to take. If you're working in an organization, corporate, there are so many people, other stakeholders, they take the decisions on your behalf. So we often have to say no to a lot of things. So have you ever find it difficult to say no?
No, I'm very good at saying no. So, for example, even if my friends call and just, "Well, you want to come out for swimming?" I like that no. Even if I
Very
want to go, I'll say
nice.
no, and then I'll take a 5 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
I've said no, right? Now I can
Mm-hmm.
take 5 minutes and think. If it's a no, I don't have to call them back. If it's a yes, I'll like, where are you guys going? I'd like to come. So now it's easy for me to say yes, no, because I've said no. But imagine if I've said yes, hey, yes, I'm coming. Then I have to think for 5 minutes, take my parents' permission. Then they say no, and then it can't be
It's a
yes.
very
Then it
smart
can't be
way.
no. Like, yeah, then you can't say no. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have to think about it, the answer is already no.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
है ना? Yeah. So if you have to think that should I go or not, the answer is already no. You don't have to think much.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you get a call from PM Modi that hey Devleena would like to do a podcast with you, you will think you're like no. Well, let me think PM Modi. You'll say yes
तो
no.
सोचना ही नहीं
So,
है, right?
so the when there is a yes, you know it's a yes. But if you have to think, the
Correct.
answer is no.
How has the journey been from passion to paycheck? Like now you're working with brands
Yeah.
as well. So that journey is like, if you would like to share something on that.
So when I first started, I made like 80 rupees, right? So when I was in like 10th, 11th grade, so I had a very broken phone in my hand, and it was like Redmi, some mobile phone, right? Which one
Mm-hmm.
of my relatives gave to me. So I just took that and I was just editing in it, right? And one day I went to Telegram and I searched video editing groups, and then I put it my portfolio in it. Hey, I can edit videos. I know Premiere Pro. What Premiere Pro? I didn't even knew anything. I just texted, and I just got a client first, and then I learned the video editing,
Oh
and then
my
I
God.
went and yeah, and then I went and learned this very basic mobile editor called KineMaster. I learned a bit basic of editing. It's a mobile app, and then they sent me some files. I edited them. They paid me 80 rupees for like 10-minute videos. I didn't know that 80 rupees was a like great thing for me. And then I did like 10 videos for them, and that's how I made like
This
thousand
is
rupees
when
first.
you were in which class?
I was in 10th, 11th, 10th grade after
Oh,
my 10th
oh
grade.
wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And after I made that money, I got some confidence. Oh, you can make money online. It was like back in what, 2019, 18, 19, you can say 2019, 2020. So I got some confidence. No, this well, you can make money online as well. And because I didn't have a bank account, so that money came in my father's account, right? And then I made my
Mm-hmm.
own bank account. After making my bank account, I got like 2-3 thousand rupees after editing the same content on my phone. And once I got that money, my parents got some confidence. Okay, he's making some money. So then they asked me, "What do you want?" I said, "I want a laptop." And they invested some good amount in me, like 60, 70,000 rupees. And I got some really decent laptop. And from then I didn't wanted to work on these cheap things. My clarity was
Mm-hmm.
simple that I want to make a YouTube channel and I'll work really hard. So for the next 2 years, I really worked hard. And my channel got monetized.
Awesome.
And there was a fund called YouTube Shorts Fund. So from 3,000 rupees, then I directly got a paycheck of 30,000 rupees from
Oh,
YouTube.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that was it. And after that month, I got a paycheck of $3,000. So that was some really nice. Oh man, like 30,000.
Superb.
So that was the, and then it kept
That's how
increasing.
you
Then I'm
have
like, okay, yeah.
the
So
game
it
was
was
on.
for I'll be honest, the game for me still is money. So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
making more and more money, it drives me, right? I'll be honest. I
Correct.
can't say like I
Makes
have purpose
sense.
and all. Honestly,
Makes
money is there,
sense.
right? If the money factor is there, like you work harder. So right now I'm also thinking how can I go 10x from here?
See,
So yeah,
money is a great validation for,
yeah,
people will say good, on your work if money is not involved. But you get the right feedback when you ask money that would you pay me for this? And if you are
yeah,
getting it, that means your work is getting validated. So at the same time, you are actually doing the right thing. So how was it like to convey this to your family that, I want to become a full-time YouTuber, because this is not a mainstream, profession in India even now, because uh, in the
yeah,
society where we stage जहाँ पे गुप्ता जी का बेटा और मिश्रा जी की बेटी, they're doing a lot of things, and at the same time आप YouTuber बनना चाहते हो, तो I know it's
Yeah,
pretty difficult to convince your parents. How do you how was
yeah.
that in your case?
See, once the parents start seeing money, no, they're like, understand, okay, there's some game. So I am still studying, right? I'm doing my finals, right? I'm doing BSc. So
Mm-hmm.
they're still like, you making money is good, but this is a backup plan, right? You can anytime fall back to this degree and all. But I don't believe in them, like, but I can tell them that I don't believe in it. So if I'm making money, they see the point, okay, this guy's making money,
That is a
it's good for him.
validation.
There's a
Mm.
code also, that the parents don't want to, they're not against your passion. They just don't want to see you poor, right?
Yeah, that
So
Zakir
that
Khan
yeah,
says
Zakir can
about
say
this
that.
very beautifully
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
वो
the
बस
game.
आपको गरीब नहीं
They
देखना चाहते हैं, and that was hard hitting,
yeah.
and that was so good.
Even KL Rahul example, if you know, KL Rahul is a great cricketer, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he was captaining IPL, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
came home, and his mother is like, uh, you go finish that 30 papers, you go finish your degree. So
Okay.
he's like, Ma, I'm the captain of Indian cricket team, and you're saying to me to finish. Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's important because her mother is the chairperson of some NIT.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, Jaspal, before we wind up this conversation, I want you to talk for our budding creators, a lot of people who are aspiring to become creators. They're trying a lot of things. So, what is your advice for anyone who is trying their luck into the, you know, content creator side?
feel the nation, but and content creation, you have to be there for years, at least be for 1 or 2 years, and you'll see the result. If you just be in the game, being in the game
Mm-hmm.
is the main game. Like, there's a quote also that in business and life, it's not about uh, like, winning or losing. It's about being in the game.
Correct.
Baidu said that. But
Awesome.
anyways, so just be in the. He's still in the game. He's still in the game.
He's still in
So
the
just be in the
game.
game.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
See, the game is
just be
not
in the
yet
game.
over because this is just
Yeah,
one dip. But he has already taken the venture for a very high space. But at the same
yeah.
time, I feel it is not the end. This is just the part of the game.
Yeah, yeah. When you're starting out, just be yourself. Like, don't try to copy other creators. Like, okay, yeah, I'll do what these guys are doing. Matlab, take their ideas, okay, copy paste that, but don't compare yourself with them. Like, because you're comparing your seventh video with their 7,000th video. Now that is not fair, right?
Correct.
You're making your seventh video, like, why this is not so good, and then you give up. So just don't
You have to
compare.
be
Just be
kind
living
on
as one.
yourself. Yeah, yeah. Lot of addition to our platform, and I'm glad that you made it for today and contributed so well for the viewers and listeners. I'm sure they're going to enjoy it a lot. I have a lot of takeaway from you today. So it was incredible having you today on Icons Behind Brands.
It was my pleasure, like, thank you so much for having me. And I really enjoyed the conversation. It didn't felt like, we talked for 1 hour. It was just like
I hope it was
free
good
flowing
for you as
conversation.
well.
Yeah. You're such a nice host. Like, you just let the guests flow with the conversation. So it's a great skill. I appreciate that,
I'm
and
glad.
all
You
the
have
best
been
for your
generous,
podcast.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy that
Yeah.
it went well, and you opened up, you shared a lot of things genuinely from your experience, and I wish you all the very best, Jaspal, because the kind of thought process you have for contributing towards the content and the kind of energy you carry, the skills you have, it's incredible. And just be who you are, and I wish you really all the very best. Want to see you grow with flying colors.
Well, thank you so much, Devleena. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
So, business folks, how was the video? I'm sure कि आपको ये वीडियो बहुत ही insightful and informative लगा होगा. Let us know in the comment section which part of the video you loved the most. Please do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, Icons and Brands. That's all for today. I'm Devleena Neogi, signing off until next time.